filming this pretty late in the evening because let me tell you, it was one of those packages where it didn't matter what I was doing. I had to run upstairs and put this on my face immediately. I literally just threw the most random products on my face so that I could get these blushes on my face. These have been leaked for a while now, and I have been impatiently waiting to get my hands on these. From the second that I saw them, I knew I had to have them. They are the brand new, finally, they are the Tower 28 GetSet Blur and Set Matte Powder Blushes. Now, why am I so excited about this? Because they are so well known and well loved for their cream products, particularly the cream blushes. And I feel like everything Tower 28 touches turns to gold. So I had to know what they were gonna do with this blush formulation. And yes, I get it. More blush launches. I feel it. I've been saying it. But like, I can make the exception for Tower 28. They're allowed to do it. I was excited to see what they could come up with. Now, I did receive these in PR. Would have purchased them anyways because they actually just launched. I'm actually filming this the night before they launched. I was planning on buying them anyways, which is why when I got this package in the mail, I was like, let's get up and put this on our face. It came in like the cutest, obviously. I hate showing PR packages because this isn't how you're gonna get it, but like, let's take a moment and look how cute because these are all themed around summery things. So it looks like it comes in a soda can with some cute straws and then the shade names, and then, look at this little can. And then it comes with like product details on the back. I know, so annoying of me to show you this, but is it not just adorable? But okay, let's get these blushes out and let's get to swatching them. And while I do that, let's talk the details of these blushes. So they are, as you're watching this, currently available. You can pick them up at Sephora or at the Tower 28 website. They are $22, which one thing I can appreciate about Tower 28 is I truly do feel like they keep the prices very fair for it being a brand sold at Sephora. I'm going to be swatching and trying on all 6 beautiful shades that are launched this time around. And what it is, this is what they say on the website, the first ever setting blush, combining the benefits of a setting powder with a richly pigmented blush for 12-hour fade-proof color and blurred skin. So it's gonna have a matte finish and supposed to be very blurring. And what a coinky dink, I did not set my makeup today. We are going to let the blushes do the setting, though to be fair, most powder blushes, they're gonna set anyways, it's powder. But I guess these are infused with like setting powder properties to blur the skin. That's what I'm assuming is going to make it special. Details of these guys, 12 months shelf life, made in Korea. That's where all the cool kids are getting their makeup nowadays. 4 grams of product. I'm gonna pair colors that look kind of close to each other, cheek to cheek, so that you can see how they compare. But first, let's swatch. So the packaging is going to come in this really tiny, cute, semi-clear, semi-translucent packaging. It doesn't feel lightweight. I mean, it doesn't feel heavy. It is on the plastic side, but for $22, I am not complaining about that. You do have the Tower 28 logo, and this particular shade is Long Beach Iced Tea. Let's swatch this. Oh my gosh. That is buttery smooth. It feels really creamy, not like a wet cream, but super duper soft to the touch. There's nothing hard about the feeling of this or rough. This is eyeshadow I did on the back of my hand, but this is Long Island Iced Tea. That looks really beautiful. And do you see? Does it look like it's blurring the back of my hand, or am I crazy? It has a very soft effect on the back of my hand. That's just the first one I'm swatching. Culver Crush. Ooh. These are 2 warm ones. I feel like it's not swatching that good, but that's because these are blushes and not eyeshadows. It's better when they're a bit more sheer. I might be mispronouncing this one. Is it Sawtell Slushy? These are like mauve-y pink colors. That one definitely packs some pigment. Samu Spritzer. Ooh, I like this mauve-y brownie color. Almost a little berry. I don't know how these colors are going to go on deeper complexions. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you think this will work. Like this one that I swatched, the third one is definitely going to be the most deep skin tone friendly. Now for pinks, I think this one's going to be popular. We have Malibu Cooler. It's the brightest baby pink shade. And then this last one is Feliz Fresca, which is bold. But yeah, these kind of blur and blend into the skin. They look really soft focus. I can see why they say that this is gonna have those blurring properties. And this is how they pick up on my iPhone camera, because you know how sometimes cameras pick up different light. Let's get to swatching on the actual face. Applying them in the order that I swatched them. So we'll do that Long Beach iced tea, which I think this one is gonna be popular. I'm gonna use my Haley's Beauty blush brush. So let's see. A little bit of kickback, but nothing crazy. This one is a lighter color, but it's not looking too deep or pigmented. It definitely has buildable pigment. Now I'm gonna go a little crazier than I would in real life so that you can see the buildup of pigment, and because the camera can naturally wash away some color. So I want you to see what we're working with. Remember, I didn't set my face, and this is gliding over the foundation beautifully. Now I'm wearing the Lawless Forget the Filler, which isn't the stickiest foundation, but it still isn't grabbing to the unset foundation. This color is so beautiful for every day. I would say definitely not for like medium deep complexions. It could work on medium if built up. Do you think it looks blurring? I would say it definitely does, and it's powder soft. They did a good job with this formula. This is like right up my alley of what I like. I'm gonna see how much I can build this up. Not crazy, but it definitely is getting brighter the more I build it up. So this again, Long Beach iced tea. I think a softer brush is best to apply these because they are soft, but maybe let's try something denser. This is going to be the Rephr brush from Makeup by Mario, and we're doing Culver Crush, that second peachy one down, and it'll be good to compare these two because they kind of look similar. So I just did a dip, a little bit of kickback. Are you ready? Of course you are. This one is definitely bolder right away. It has more brightness to it and picks up pigment a little bit more and is buildable as well. But this brush is great with this application because it just blends it right into the skin, and just with the nature of this formula, it looks like it's blended itself. That is what I like about a product. A product where you have to put minimal effort in is a good product, and that barely needed any work put in. I mean, that's a combo of the brush as well, but these two look kind of similar. The Culver Crush is definitely brighter. This is more muted. Oh, this one's gonna be so beautiful for every day. This is gonna be one of my favorites in the set. Long Beach iced tea. I'm gonna layer on some more foundation and we'll work on the next two. Now we're working our way into the more mauve-y shades. So we're gonna do Sawtelle Slushy first. This one looks to be the deepest, so I'm gonna use the softest brush and a very light hand because we got some kickback here. And I gave the foundation less time to dry, so it might be a little stickier, so I wanna see how this acts on that. I would say relatively unfazed. Now don't get me wrong, it's not as easygoing as that last blush that we used, but also this is the deepest one, and definitely for deep complexions, this is one for you. I'm using a very light hand and I can make it work, but if you have a light complexion, it's pretty, but there are better colors that are a little easier to use. But still, just with how soft this formula is, it's blending out beautifully. I know I sound like I'm kissing Tower 28's butt. It's not because I got NPR. I was gonna buy it anyways, and you know I'll tell you how it is. I'm just like, I'm really, really liking this formula. It's really beautiful. The only thing, like I'm comparing it to, I'm thinking the YSL blushes that just launched that I love. Those, they're a little bit more slick. They're a little less powdery. So like these are so soft to the point that you get kickback. The YSL, you don't really get that. So that's a difference, I would say, to compare it to some new formulas. Both have a place, but this is a beautiful bold pink, and I could get it to be much, much bolder if I wanted to. I just don't know that I want to do that. Then we're gonna do Samo Spritzer. I'm intrigued by this one. It's like a little berry, a little brown. Let's see. Using the Rephr brush. Gosh, this applies this blush so beautifully. This one is a little lighter. It's gonna be less bold on my skin tone. You know, I feel like these are very similar tones, but for different skin tones. This is really pretty as well. If you're wearing more of a pinky based or purpley based look, this is a pretty mauve-y kind of shade, a little rosy. It's a versatile color. I think it can kind of morph into what shades you're wearing, but this is a very natural, flushy kind of look. I really like this one as well. I'm between this one and Long Beach Iced Tea, but this is typically the color of blush that I would go to, and look how smooth my cheek looks. Like, can I tell that there's setting powder infusedness in here? I don't know, but it is a very blurring, soft, buttery, creamy formula, and I think that it's doing a great job of blurring. So those are the more purpley mauve blushes. Like I said, you could definitely get a lot more depth with this one if you wanted. This one is better for my skin tone. Last two, I saved it for the pinky ones, so we'll do the lighter one. Malibu Cooler, which I think is gonna be pretty popular because this shade has always been a sellout shade for brands in the last couple of years. Okay. This one's a little bit more powdery, I feel like. Let's see. Sometimes these shades can be hit or miss on my skin tone, but this has a nice, it's like not too white. Yeah, it has a little bit of depth here. Very pink, very pretty. And again, it has that very airbrushed application to it. Oh yeah, if you like pink shades, these like blue-based, very vibrant, cool tone pinks, this one's pretty, but it's not too white-based. So it's pretty flattering, all things considered. And then we're gonna do Feliz Fresca, which is gonna be for deeper complexions to get that baby pink look. We're gonna use that sparingly. Oh, this is a scary shade for me. So definitely for my skin tone, I would not have picked up Feliz Fresca or Sawtelle Slushy. I'm sorry if that's like so wrong to, I don't know, but it's great that there's options for deeper complexions because this was not made for me. So it should look a little ridiculous on me, and I'm using just one light hand, light dip, that's it. But if I'm going with pinks, I'm going with Malibu Cooler. And I feel like with each set of warm mauve and pink shades that I think is neat, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, there's an option that's better for lighter complexions and then one option that's better for deeper complexions from each of the comparisons that I did, which I think is really, really cool. Today's video really was just a quickie. I wanted to get these on my face and see what I think. So it is late, but luckily I'm not posting this on the day that I'm wearing it. I'll let you know in the description / pinned comment how these ended up wearing because I'm going to wear these again tomorrow. But so far, first impressions, I love these. These are everything I love in a powder blush. I think they're very blurring and airbrushed. I think they have a great buildable pigment. You can get quite a punch if you really want to build it up. They're easy to blend out. And if they're long wearing, then you have zero complaints from me about this. I think the price is very fair. I think the packaging is very cute. I promise I'm not trying to kiss Tower 28's butt, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. They put so much thought, I swear, I can tell, they put so much thought and love into their products. And I don't love everything that Tower 28 comes out with, but like 90% of what they come out with, I find to be amazing. Their concealer, their blushes, their mascara, they're continuing to kill it. And even in a world in which we have way too many blushes, they created a formula that is going to stand on its own. I think. First impressions, but thoroughly impressed. These first impressions are quite important. So that's all I have for today's video. It really was just a quickie. It's been a while since I've done a cute little full dedicated review, and I thought that these Tower 28 blushes were gonna be worthy of it, and I was right. I'm happy we did this. So let me know if you're interested in these blushes. Are you planning on picking them up? What color stands out to you the most? Just realized I wanted to point out they're all completely matte. Not a single shade had any shimmer or sheen. I don't know if I said that or not, but that's a way for them to expand the range, to give us some different finishes. So that might be next. Or imagine a highlight in this very creamy, soft formula. It could like melt into the skin. Tower 28. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Be sure to share all of your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.